Welcome to all you Sagittarians. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for August 2016. And I wanted to do a video actually with August and September in one because it's all linked together, but I knew that a lot of you wouldn't like that, wouldn't like just one video for 2 months. So I'm going to tell anyway a little bit, especially for you Sagittarians, because you're the sign that it's all about. That is, all the eyes are on you, especially for August and September time. So let's get started. I want to talk about 3 things. I always use, since the beginning that I'm doing these horoscope, I use fixed stars when something important I see happening, and there is, Mars and Saturn are coming towards the fixed star Antares again. And also next month in September, the eclipses are going to be also touching that fixed star. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit, about the Virgo energy and about Antiscion, because that's something really interesting going on as well. So let's get started with you, with Mars and Saturn in your sign. So this is not new, because we already had Mars and Saturn in Sagittarius around March, April and June. So Mars is revisiting Sagittarius, but now going to touch Saturn. And also it's going to be all quite focused energy. And especially when the moon will be in Sagittarius as well. So the moon and Mars and Saturn on that fixed star Antares. This is a huge emphasis on you. This is a huge emphasis on your ego. Because Mars is your ego and Mars is what you want to do in life, your desire nature. Now, Antares is about endings. It's at 9 degrees of Sagittarius, and it's a fixed star that is associated with endings. It's not that a star that is really loved, because of course on a collective level it means the military and war and whatever, but we are here to do individual horoscopes, and as an astrologer, I do believe that notwithstanding the fact everything is set, we have our own power and own will, and willpower is really emphasized here for you Sagittarians. So there is something about you that the more you are going to concentrate on one thing, the more you Sagittarians are going to concentrate on something that is maybe not that easy, but less is more. And for Sagittarians, it's not easy. I said that to the Pisceans as well, because Sagittarius and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, which is about I can do everything. It's scattered energy. But now Saturn is demanding from you to focus your energy. To focus your energy maybe on one project instead of 10. To focus your energy maybe on one particular relationship, to make that happen, or to end it, or to improve it in a way, to change the dynamism between you and someone else. It's time now you can do that. At its worst, this is energy of frustration, irritation, but at its best, it's mastered energy. It's you mastering your own power, and that's a good thing. So it demands a lot of awareness, which you can get by these astrology readings, but it also demands a lot of effort and a lot of taking things step by step and not taking any shortcuts at all. I've seen a lot of Sagittarians who have taken on a new job, who have taken on a new project or a new business of their own lately, and this is typical the Mars Saturn as well, because it's about your own effort, your own responsibility. It's no one is responsible for your happiness. It's that kind of energy. If you flow with that, you will do well, although this is not an easy energy to handle. So work hard for something that you want to accomplish, but don't think it's going to come to you very easily. Persevere. That's another word that is the best advice for Mars and Saturn, because when you do so, Mars and Saturn gives you the biggest gifts, the biggest fruits, you could say. It's actually associated with hard work as well, and focused energy. So, and for a lot of you, this will have to do with work, but also with personal relationships, because it's the first house. And so it is on all key areas of your life that you are really mastering yourself. You are really maturing, you know, notwithstanding you're 20 or 60, it doesn't matter. This is a very mature energy. And if you deal with it as a mature energy, you will get the most out of it. So it's not really like, oh, things and opportunity come your way, easy going. No, it is by perseverance and hard work. Now, another thing that is going on is that beautiful energy in your 10th house of work, of it can be 10th house is also mother, it's also the government, it's also authorities, and there is Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, the sun. So you've got plenty of positive energy going on there. And the positive energy, especially if you're looking for a new job, go for it. Use your charm, use your communication skills, and be true. You will doubt a little bit. Why? Because all these planets in Virgo, especially the first weeks of the months, they need to pass Neptune and Saturn. That square that I've been talking about for a long time, it's ending that square in September. But hang on there. This square is there for a reason. The square between Neptune and Saturn is about insecurity. It's about the 1 week you believe, yeah, that job is everything, or that relationship, yeah, it's working, yeah, that's it, that's the Neptune hope and belief. And then the next week you think, how on earth am I going to do this? You know, that doubt. If that is going on, that's exactly the energy that is suited now in order for you to know exactly what's going on around September. But then, because then we will have eclipses in your especially the 1st of September, there's an eclipse at 9 degrees of Virgo, which will square that Antares Mars-Saturn point in your sign in Sagittarius. So you will have clarity. So if you are doubting about a job now, if you are not quite sure what's going on there, I would recommend you just to look and observe and not do anything major. The time of doing and making choices will be better around the end of September, when the eclipses are showing new information, because eclipse time in September means that there is information coming up that is quite fated. So it's better just to, okay, you feel a bit insecure, but that's for a reason. Things need to fine tune. And in the meanwhile, yes, you can just investigate further. So for those of you who want a new job but are still doubting, do your research. That's the best thing you can do. The same with people who are in a struggle with government or in a struggle with their mom. Just be very careful, be very gentle as well. Then the last week of August, the last week is like something positive can occur when it comes to your work, when it comes to recognition as well. So it might be that you get attracted to someone from your work, because Venus and Jupiter are conjuncting each other, and it's happening, I think, around the 27th. So you can enjoy that. There's very nice energy coming your way, so you can be really recognized for something that you've been doing for a long time. Maybe all the effort that it took. There's recognition going your way the last week during August. Now at the very end of the month, Mercury stands still and goes retrograde, and that continues for September. So work is a bit of in a transformation process, you could say. It's not bad at all. It means you're going to stand still, you're going to deepen the meaning of work, and I'll talk about that a little bit more next month. Basically, and last but not least that I want to mention is the Antiscion, which is really, really important. Antiscion is for instance, planets in Virgo have an Antiscion point in Aries. And who's there now in Aries? Exactly, it's Uranus. So, and if to find the Antiscion point, it's a bit mathematical, but I'm going to explain it very basically. If you have a planet at 1 degree of Virgo, for instance, and there are 30 degrees in one sign, 1 degree of Virgo, the Antiscion point of 1 degree of Virgo is 30 degrees minus 1, which is 29. So the Antiscion is 29 degrees of Aries. So Aries and Virgo have a lot in common. Under the surface, it's each other's shadow point, you could say. What am I trying to say here is the following. During the first weeks of the month, all these planets in Virgo, at the beginning of Virgo, are going to form an Antiscion point with Uranus in your 5th house. And that means that this Uranus is also influencing that energy. So what is this all about? Uranus is about freedom, it's about liberty, it's about excitement, it's newness, uniqueness. So that's also an element that goes well with your work. So you're planning new things there under the surface with all those planets in your 10th house, your 5th house. So a lot of you might think about a hobby that maybe becomes a bit more than a hobby. Things like that. It's very positive to know that Uranus is linked with those Virgo planets there. Notwithstanding the insecurity, it's a very exciting time for you. So embrace that. And you like that, you Sagittarians. I have a Sagittarius rising, so yeah, life doesn't have to be dull and hardworking all of the time. So you've got plenty of different flavors and colors here for August. I would say enjoy it. Have a good time, and thank you for watching, and see you next month. Bye bye.